What if I told you that in just one weekend you could conquer a sacred peak in the Western Ghats, ride through wild forests in a roaring jeep, and stand face to face with majestic elephants bathing in a river? What if you could witness man versus machine versus beast, all in one unforgettable journey? This is not a trek, this is not just wildlife, this is not just travel. Foot travel in DIY takes you to Kodachadri and the Sakrebyle Elephant Camp. Welcome, dear viewers, to an extra special, never seen before episode. Today we go to one of the most famous trekking peaks in Karnataka, Kodachadri. And after that, we visit the incredible Sakrebyle Elephant Camp near Shimoga. Watch as we face off, man versus machine versus beast. Stick around till the end to see who truly wins. But first, let's talk about the history of the Kodachadri Hills and Mookambika. Kodachadri literally translates to Hill of Jasmine, from Koda meaning jasmine and Chadri meaning hill. According to legend, the goddess Mookambika performed penance here. The famous Kollur Mookambika temple, located at the base of the hill, is believed to mark her spiritual origin. It is also believed that the 8th century philosopher and reformer Adi Shankaracharya meditated here and attained spiritual enlightenment at the summit. The peak lies within the Mookambika Wildlife Sanctuary, protected by the Karnataka government. It forms part of the Western Ghats, one of the world's 8 hottest hotspots of biological diversity and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Fun fact, the Western Ghats are older than the Himalayas and home to thousands of plant species found nowhere else on Earth. If you love exploring sacred places, wildlife sanctuaries and UNESCO Heritage Site, this channel is for you. Take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button and join me on these unforgettable journeys. Your support helps me bring you places like this. And if you want to see my other UNESCO World Heritage videos, check them out after this one. We started our journey from Bangalore at around 5 am. But yes, we got caught in a bit of the infamous Bangalore traffic. Our route takes us through Bangalore, Chitradurga, Shimoga, Anandpura, Nagara, and finally we reach our resort, the Paradise Wild Hills, located near Kodachadri. The resort lies close to the Mookambika Wildlife Sanctuary. There is a small walking trail just near the resort that goes into the forest, and the view here is absolutely spectacular. The air feels different here, cleaner, fresher, and alive. In the afternoon, we headed towards Getaway. On the road, we saw some very interesting cows. They look like miniature cows, just about waist height. Fun fact, these are likely indigenous dwarf cattle breeds adapted to the Western Ghats terrain. Nature always finds a way to surprise you. Machine. We then went by jeep to the edge of the forest. Only jeeps are allowed in this section and they are the only vehicles capable of handling this rugged terrain. As we entered the forest, we said goodbye to proper roads and prepared for seriously bumpy rides. It felt like the jeeps here could only drive in first gear because of the rocky, uneven terrain. The ride got extremely bumpy and incredibly dusty. Dust was everywhere, even in our hair. But in between, the driver stopped for sightseeing. And what a view it was. Rolling hills, mist in the distance, endless greenery. Totally worth the dust. Fun fact, during the monsoon, this entire stretch turns lush green and even more dramatic. Finally, we reached the starting point of the trek. I would classify this trek as medium difficulty. I would advise young children and elderly people to be cautious as certain stretches are steep and challenging. Good hiking shoes are absolutely recommended. The trek begins steeply and continues that way in parts. After about 5 minutes, we reached the first viewpoint, and that was breathtaking. Families with kids can pause here and decide whether to continue or not. As we moved forward, we saw deep valleys stretching endlessly. We could also see the first viewpoint from above. Further along, we passed through an area filled with vegetation, small shrubs and patches of greenery breaking the rocky terrain. Finally, we made it to the top. The trek took us about 48 minutes. At the summit, there is a small temple structure, and the view from the top, absolutely breathtaking. Clouds floating below us, hills stretching beyond imagination, silence except for the wind. Fun fact, on clear days, you can even see the Arabian Sea faintly from the peak. After a short jeep ride back to Getaway, we returned to our resort, tired, dusty, but deeply fulfilled. The next day, we visited the Sakrebyle Elephant Camp near Shimoga on the banks of the Tunga River. The camp originally began before Indian independence as a timber hauling camp, where trained elephants transported logs through dense forests. In the late 20th century, after changes in forest policies and logging practices, it transitioned into a rescue and rehabilitation center for elephants affected by conflict, injury, age, or abandonment. Fun fact: Karnataka has one of the largest elephant populations in India. At the camp, we were allowed to get close to the elephants and even witness elephant bathing. This was especially entertaining for the kids. These gentle giants lie down in the water with their trunks lifted. The mahouts scrub them while the visitors can touch their trunks and even their tusks. Feeling the rough texture of their skin, standing beside such massive yet calm beings. It's such a humbling experience. After the bathing session, the elephants line up. Information boards display details about each elephant. Some were born in the camp and some were rescued from the wild, especially those that have been separated from their herds and entered villages. But here, they seem peaceful, calm, and safe. It's beautiful to see strength and gentleness in the same being. From sacred peaks to roaring jeeps to gentle giants in a river. Who won? Man, machine, or beast? Maybe the real winner was the experience itself. If this journey moved you even a little, if you felt the dust, the climb, the distance at the summit, and the power of those elephants, then this channel is for you. Please like, share, and most importantly, subscribe, because many more unforgettable journeys are coming your way. This is Food Travel and DIY signing out.